What's up guys, I'm Mackenzie and welcome to the start of yet again another career mode series idea thing that I've come up with. So basically the idea behind this career mode is more of a growth career mode and an interesting one that I haven't done before. So as everyone will know, you can do international management in career mode. It's a pain in the ass, but you can do it. So I'm going to experiment with it, and what I've decided to do is I've transferred 24, the top 23 plus the US into clubs, if that makes sense. What I mean is, for each team in the top 23 of FIFA's world rankings for national rate, this is terrible. For the top 3 nations in the world rated by FIFA, I've decided to put them players into each club. It's confusing to explain, but you'll understand in a minute. Basically, each team, I've transferred all of their players out, and then I've transferred new players in. It took literally about 8 hours straight of sitting here and doing, so you guys better appreciate this career mode as much as I will. Now, pretty much, it's complicated, but you'll see what I mean in a moment. Pretty much every player at Arsenal is a Chile player, and this is the first team of Chile, plus players that will have high potential, so there'll be the future of that nation as well. And then Bournemouth, who are Bournemouth? Bournemouth are Peru, probably the worst out of all these teams, followed with Burnley as well, who are Ecuador, and then Chelsea, who are France. And I made these decisions mostly based off kit, because the Chelsea kit is sort of like the French kit, the Arsenal kit is sort of like the Chile kit, Palace are Costa Rica, so those are the 3 worst teams. You got Costa Rica, Ecuador, and Peru. Those are all the worst. Then you got Italy is with Everton, the Netherlands is with Hull, Leicester City is Uruguay, Liverpool is Portugal, Manchester City is Argentina, Manchester United is Belgium, because Belgium, they call the Red Devils, so are United, so I thought may as well put them in the same team. Middlesbrough are Spain, Southampton are Poland, Spurs are England, and this is what it was all based off. I wanted to be England manager, I wanted to do an England series, but thought it'd be a bit boring just doing international matches, so I decided that I would do this. It spurred me on to make that. That's a funny joke. Okay, Stoke City are Croatia, makes sense. Sunderland are Switzerland. Swansea are Wales, that makes sense because they're the only Welsh club in the Premier League. Watford are Germany, based off just the colour of the badge, which is the German flag colours. And West Brom, Iceland, which means West Ham must be Mexico. And I've even delved into the Championship, and I'm going to transfer 3 of these teams into the Premier League. The first team is Burton Albion. They are Colombia, which is interesting. And next one is Norwich City, who are Brazil, because they're yellow. Rotherham United are the US. Just because I thought, why not put the US in? And the final one is Wigan Athletic, who are the Republic of Ireland. So they're the top 23 nations according to FIFA, plus the US. Now pretty much I'm going to just knock out Bournemouth, Burnley, and Palace, because they're the lowest rated teams in the Premier League. And I'm going to put in these 4 teams, which is Brazil, Colombia, and Republic of Ireland. Why? Because they're all better teams, so I'll just swap them out for that reason. And of course, like I said, this idea spurred off me wanting to do an England career mode, so I transferred every England player to Tottenham, because Tottenham are the closest to the England kit really, other than Wales, Swansea, which made more sense for that to be Wales because they're Welsh, so Tottenham. And it made sense because Tottenham have a lot of young English players like Eric Dyer, Harry Kane, Dele Alli, so I was just like, yeah, I'll put him there. And now I'm going to play as Spurs. The England team is probably a mid-table. It's probably around 10th position out of all the nations, so it's going to be a difficult, challenging one. I'm not going to play every game. I'm going to skip majority of, because I would get bored if I would have to play every game. Now, this does ride a lot on us actually getting the England job, which is going to be down to a lot of hope. We're going to call ourselves Gareth Southgate, but with making ourselves English, I think there's a bigger chance of us actually being offered the English job. We're not going to have the Champions League in the first season, because that would be kind of crap, because Barcelona, like the top clubs in Europe, no longer have any players, because of course they're all internationals. But basically, we're going to skip a lot of games throughout this career mode. I want to just test this, because I want to get to first the World Cup, well, no, the Confederations Cup, the World Cup, and then the European Trophy. I want to win. I can't do the Confederations Cup with England. They haven't qualified. Oh, well, I'm going to win the World Cup and then the European title, and probably then the World Cup again, do this like 3 trophies thing, but also at the same time be trying to win everything with Tottenham. It's going to be hard. because there's going to be lots of simulations, but the England team has a lot of potential, and it's going to get messed up because all the other teams will start signing other players from other nationalities. It only makes sense. So you're going to have like players like Götze playing for Portugal, and it's going to be really weird, but it's a little test. I hope you guys do enjoy. If you like the idea, be sure to like button, subscribe, and advice video suggestions down below. If you have any questions, comment them down below as well. Subscribe for more. If you haven't seen my Arsenal career mode or my Youth Academy career mode, check them both out. Links in the description. My main channel link is also down there as well as the links to my games channel. And yeah, I've just plugged everything. Just look in the description, find some links you enjoy clicking on and go check them out. So pretty much the gist is we're going to try win everything with England, but as well at the same time win everything with Tottenham. So yeah, it's going to be like the World Cup 24/7. So we're going to be playing against all the big clubs. So we're not going to know the teams by club, we're going to know them by nations. Like, it's Chile at the top, then you got Colombia, France, Italy, Netherlands, Uruguay, Portugal, Argentina, Belgium, Spain, Brazil, who is Southampton? I can't remember who Southampton are. England, Croatia, I think Southampton are Poland, maybe, no, or maybe that's Sunderland, I don't know. Swansea, Wales, Watford, Germany, West Brom, hard to remember, West Ham, also hard to remember, West Ham are Mexico, and Wigan Athletic are the Republic of Ireland. So you're going to remember them like that, okay? And the main point of this is we get to grow these players, which is why I wanted to do a career mode where I have all the best potential English players at the one club, because then I'd be able to grow them all by doing this, and then I'd become the English manager, and I will be able to see them even more. But then I thought, why don't I just do an entire league system like that? It's going to be fun. We're going to see what we can do. I know lots of these players' potentials now, of course, because I have to look at their potentials to actually do this career mode. But we're going to be playing typically a 4-4-2 formation with 2 strikers, of course. And we're going to have people that are going to be main players throughout the entire, well, majority of the series, pretty much. But then we're also going to have players that come in from the Youth Academy, which are going to be pretty special as well. Those are the first 5 players we'll be training at the start of the season. Rashford's got a really high potential, so does Kane. Sterling, Ali, they both have decent potentials. And Butland is going to be insane, I know that. So, yeah, pretty much we're going to try and make the England team great. And, yeah, this is our team, the England team, basically. And this is basically the starting lineup we're going to roll with until players start growing and people start going down. It's pretty good. Except just for Bance, we're going to throw in Rooney in there just because he is actually the nation's captain. But he will eventually be out of the team, probably by the end of January. And now I've sorted all the England players out in order of how they're rated, pretty much. And as we look at it, even Shawcross somehow gets in the team. Yeah, this is how it is going down off the bench from highest to lowest. We got players like Rashford, of course. Then there's just the whole heap of players that will probably never play, but they might grow, which makes the England team better. And then we got players like Edwards and that. I try to keep the young players that have high potentials low, but if they were already at a Premier League club, then they came to Spurs. If they weren't at the Premier League club, then they stayed at that low league club, because then they'll grow a lot. Whereas if they're just sitting here, they won't grow. So, yeah, that's cool. And as we see, we got 5 spots left, which I left there intentionally just to bring in some youth players. But for starters, we're going to just send out a whole heap of players to go out on loan. The ones with potential, at least, the young players that are going to play for us this season, they're all going to go out on loan because I'm not going to grow them either. I'm going to train other players, so I may as well let all these players go out on loan. But of course, the first transfer window is closed anyway, so none of these will matter anyway. They won't be able to be transferred out yet. Here we go. We only need 1 scout, but we want him to be English and really highly rated. So we're going to keep going through scouts until we find an English one who's really good. And they're all shit. Wow, I've seriously gone through like an unreal amount of scouts. I'm starting to think if I sign one and then release them, their star rating doesn't actually change. Let's test that theory. Oh, there we go, a 5-star one. Maybe if I sign him and then keep fucking firing him, I'll actually get a 5-star English one. Nope. Okay, that's a terrible theory I had. I'm not going to get an English one, am I? I just want an English one. I'm going to sign this guy, and if I can't find anyone in the next, like, okay, I'm going to use this guy instead. If I can't find any English guy in the next, like, 5 times, I'm just going to give up. Oh, it looks like I'm going to give up. I'm just going to give up for the next month. And yeah, okay, no English guy. We've literally had those 2 English guys at the beginning and no English guys since. But we're going to just use this guy for 3 months. Hopefully find an English guy in that time. Yeah, just find someone world class, would you? And then we're going to simulate forward. And I think that's where we will end episode 1, to be honest. Because no transfers will be made. No games will be played. I'm just going to be growing players. And yeah, this has been relatively long already. But if you guys like the idea, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, comment by some video suggestions down below. In the next episode, we will probably go through a lot. I'll probably play maybe 1 or 2 games an episode, but simulate weeks at a time, months at a time even, just to get through really quickly, as this career mode would really drag on. If you haven't seen my Youth Academy career mode, check that out. It's a similar thing to this, except I play a lot more games, and even that will take a long time to complete. So yeah, I'm going to end the video here. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe, comment by some video suggestions down below. But until next time, thank you so much for watching. Come back soon for another episode, and I will see you later.